Here's why you need to stop focusing on motivation in order to get in good shape. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Chris and I'm an online fitness coach for women. And in today's video, we're going to talk about why you need to stop focusing on motivation to get in good shape. So earlier this week at the gym, I had someone come up to me, ask me for help. And something they said to me is, Chris, I don't have enough motivation, And there was someone who was already at the gym. So they clearly had enough to make it to the gym, right? But they were saying to me, Chris, I don't have enough motivation to get to where I want to go to. I need motivation. I lack motivation. And I was saying to them, you don't need motivation, right? And it was a very honest conversation. But I said to them, you don't need motivation. Motivation is not going to help you get in good shape. That's your problem. You're focusing on motivation. That's not going to help you. What you need to understand is that you already don't have the body that you want, and you don't like the way you look, you don't like the way you feel. That right there should be enough motivation. And if it's not, then that means you're probably not too unhappy with the way you look. It's the same thing with money, right? Let's say you're someone who's making $40,000 a year, but you want to make $100K a year, right? You don't really need motivation to get up early in the morning and go make more money or start a business or, go get your degree and go get that dream job. Because the fact that you're making 40,000 and it's not 100,000 is enough motivation. It should be. Because the fact that you're not where you want to be should make you want to go get there. And this is the same concept I was saying to the guy at the gym. He wanted to build muscle. He wanted to get in good shape. And he was saying to me that he doesn't have any motivation. I was telling him, as I said, motivation is not the way to go. And for all you guys that's watching this video, I would say the same thing to you. If you're saying to yourself, I don't have the motivation to go to the gym, you don't need motivation. What you need is a why. And I made this in my previous video that you don't need motivation. You need a why. And if your why is strong enough, you're going to make it to the gym. So if you're someone that's been trying to lose 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds for the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, then you need to ask yourself, how bad do you actually want this? Because if you want this really, really bad, you wouldn't still be in this place of still trying to figure it out. It's either one of two things. It's either you're going to do it on your own and go slow, right? Or you're going to do it a lot faster by hiring someone who knows exactly what to do, so you don't have to go through all these obstacles that's going to slow you down. So it's either you go faster with help or you go slower without the help. And the thing about going slower without the help is that you may not even get there because you've never been there before and you don't have like a map. See, when you have a coach or a trainer, that's your map to get to where you want to be. And I know some people want to do it on their own, but when you have a map, you're almost destined to get there because you're talking to someone, you're dealing with someone's helping you get there who's already been there before, and also who's already helped other people go there too. So when you think about motivation, going back to that, the fact that you are 10, 20 pounds overweight, the fact that you may be someone who's obese, the fact that you just don't like the way you look when you come out the shower and you look yourself in the mirror, that should be enough motivation. It shouldn't be anything else. If you enjoy eating junk food more than looking good, then just accept that you like that, right? It's nothing wrong with just saying to yourself, I like going out, I like eating junk food, I don't want to track calories, I don't want to work out. That's totally fine. If you're still a healthy individual and you're happy with your life, maybe getting in really, really good shape is not for you. Maybe you're just doing this because you wanted the attention, which I get it. Some people do that for that reason, and that's fine, that's on them. But you need to understand that you need to stop focusing on motivation. I think that's something too many people focus on when it comes to getting in shape, and that's not going to work. It's going to be this little spark like that when New Year's come around, people want to get in shape, they got that motivation, and then it just goes away. It's there for a month, 2 months, and it goes away. For some people, it's there for like a week or 2 weeks. So in this video, what I want you to take away from this is that stop focusing on motivation. I never use motivation to get in good shape. It's the fact that I don't look the way I want to look. And even though someone may say, Chris, you're in pretty good shape, I'm like, you think that, and I appreciate that, but I don't think that I'm where I want to be. So that makes me want to go to the gym even more and more and more because I know I have more work to do. And for someone like me, I'm never really, really satisfied with what I have. I'm always trying to get more. That's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. Another story for another day, but stop focusing on motivation. Ask yourself, why are you doing this? And once you can answer that question, if that why is strong enough, you'll be able to get in pretty good shape. Now, after you've come to that why, then you don't need the motivation, or maybe that is your motivation, right? So if you're someone who wants to lose 20 pounds, and you're saying to yourself you don't have any motivation, forget the motivation. Why do you want to lose the 20 pounds, right? What's going to change your life? When I'm on a call with a potential client and they always ask, and we're talking about, how we're going to help them, I always ask them, why is this important to you? If they can't answer the question, I look at them and say, well, maybe this is not important to you. You should already have an answer. It can't just be that you want to look good. Everyone wants to look good naked, right? I get that. But what's your reason for wanting to get in good shape? What's going to change your life? What's going to change in your life? And also say, what are you unhappy about? Are you unhappy about the way you look, which obviously you are, but why? Why do you want to look the way you want to look? Do you think you deserve that? Are you aware of how much it takes to get there? Because some people don't understand, to get to 12% body fat is very, very tough. So you have to ask yourself, are you willing to go through what it takes to get there? You don't like your stomach fat, I get it. Are you willing to go through what it takes to get there, right? And it's like someone going for their master's, right? It's gonna take a lot of work, right? Everyone doesn't go for that because it's a lot of work. Some people just go for their associates, they go for their bachelor's, but going for your master's is a lot more work. So you have to not just look at what it is that you do want. You have to look at how much work it's gonna take and then ask yourself, do you still want it? Because once you could look at how much work it's gonna take, then you can say, okay, I want it that bad. Because honestly, when I come across people who wanna work with me, I always show them how it's gonna look as far as what they want. And then I let them tell me, do you still want this? Because if you still want this, then you're good to go. Because that means when it gets tough, and it will get tough, you're gonna push through it. But if you're someone who's not gonna push through, then you're just gonna give up. And you should just make peace with that. Because honestly, some people don't know what to ask for when they say they wanna lose stomach fat. That means getting rid of all the junk food, tracking your calories, maybe junk food to a minimum, right? 20%, which I don't like even telling people that, but I understand we're gonna have it sometimes. But if you could just totally remove it, great, right? But they don't understand how much work it's gonna take. Tracking calories, going to the gym, reducing the sugar intake, the junk food, having more protein, drinking more water. These things are gonna feel very, very hard in the beginning because you're not used to them. And once they become a part of your world, like common, you kind of had this routine, everything becomes easier. But in the beginning, it's gonna be hard. Typically when things are new, they're typically, they're hard in the beginning because you're not used to it. So when you have someone who's embarking on a new fitness journey, right, it's gonna be hard, but once they have a reason why and they stop focusing on motivation, they'll be totally fine. So as I leave you all off in this video, what I want you to focus on is your reason why, because motivation is I can get you in good shape. If you're wondering what's going on, my light just went out. But I want you to focus on what your reason why is for working out, because motivation is I can get you in good shape. There's no such thing as motivation when it comes to getting in pretty good shape. You need to just focus on what it is you don't have and why you don't have it and what it's gonna take to get there. Just start. Just start going to the gym, start working out, just start. It's gonna be scary. You won't like it in the beginning, but eventually you will start to like it if it's something that's important to you, right? And honestly, you don't even have to like it. You just need to do it, right? You just need to do it. You just need to go to the gym, work at home, track your calories so you can get to the end result. People don't like school, but they still go because they wanna get the degree and make a good amount of money, right? You don't have to like it. You just have to do it and get it done. But if you like it, that's even better too. So takeaway point, stop focusing on motivation, right? The fact that you don't have what you want should be enough motivation for you to get there. So I would say it like that. But if that doesn't work, stop focusing on motivation. Start looking at your reason why. Because if you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to work out, then your reason why is not strong enough.